What's up, everyone? The vibes are absolutely immaculate today. It's positive after positive after positive after positive. So I suppose it wouldn't harm if we started today with a song. Here we go. Daniel is now at the house and Taylor's HOH. She's in power. Daniel looks like a clown. Yeah, all is good in the world of BB. Now Daniel's gone and Taylor's won. The karma is in full effect. Yeah, folks, we've got so much to talk about. So welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you haven't already and you want quick, concise and fun Big Brother videos on your YouTube feed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button because that would really help me out, and also hit the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live. Alright gang, let's jump right into the live feed update. Now there is a few things to go over from before last night's talks of HOH, targeting, all that kind of stuff, but we'll start things off with who actually won the head of household. If you skip past the song to ignore my average vocals, then you will not know who the head of household is. But here we go folks, our brand new head of household is Miss Taylor Hale. Oh, can we get a celebration? Just take a moment, folks, to, just hit up that chat down below, hit up the comment section, and celebrate. Have a moment of just pure joy in this day. Because it's so many times we don't get to have a positive day, or we don't get to have a positive moment in the day. Take this as if you're only going to get one positive moment today. Take it right now and celebrate with some fellow Big Brother fans, because this is good times. Taylor lasted the longest on the wall. It did get a little bit scary because we got down to the wire. It was Taylor versus Kyle. It was Taylor, Joseph and Kyle. Joseph dropped, and then we were like, oh, it could be, the HOH room could become Love Island for the week if Kyle wins, or all of a sudden the lights start dimming, bass guitar starts playing, if Kyle wins HOH, because obviously him and Alyssa will be going to Pound Town. But fortunately for us, Taylor, she stuck it out. Kyle fell off the wall. We now have a Taylor head of household reign. So my question to everybody today, this is your chance to become the head of household. Who would you like Taylor to target? If you were Taylor and you were in there, who would you be putting up for eviction? 2 people, let me know in the comment section below. While Terrance likes to call himself DJ Showtime, here at TV Talks with Tom, we call him DJ Kissas, because that's exactly what he was doing last night. He knew Taylor was in power and he was kissing that rim like there was no tomorrow. He was really going to work on basically trying to schmooze Taylor, and it's just so see-through. We've seen time and time again, and we've talked pretty much day in, day out about the nasty things and words that Terrance has called Taylor, and then all of a sudden it's like she's in power and it's like, we see through it. We see through it, Terrance. And so does Taylor. Taylor expressed later on that she would like to, I think it was kind of to Michael and Brittany, she was like, Terrance is going to be the target. Now, I've got two minds in this situation, because I think, one, it's, half of it is a waste of a HOH, because who's Terrance going to beat? But equally, Terrance is a vote against Taylor, so it's not totally unbeneficial, right? You're still taking somebody out who is going to target you, but it doesn't mean things are going to be game, set, match, because we've seen this season, it's been the season of the blindsides and the flips, and it's been crazy. So, I mean, I can still fully expect things to change around, and also, let's be honest, veto is yet to be played. That could shake things up. DJ Kissas could come through with a win and end up pulling himself off the block, but it seems like as of right now it's going to be Indy and Terrance going on the block together. It's going to be nice to see Indy squirm, because all she does is sit back and complain about everything and doesn't actually play the game, so that's going to be nice to see her have to actually move a little bit, and let's see if she actually does bother to move a bit. I think it's just going to become a bitch fest, and I think she'll be just bitching about Taylor all the time, because that's what Indy does 9 times out of 10. I would kind of like to see, I mean, ideally, I would say Indy go this week, because Indy's probably more of a comp threat than Terrance, and she's a vote against Taylor, so it would probably make more sense to take her out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of Terrance. Also, Terrance has said something pretty disgusting and nasty that I'm going to get onto very shortly. that left a bad taste in my mouth and many, many people's mouths all over the internet and all over the world. It's, not nice. We'll get there eventually. But as of now, folks, we are looking at Terrance and Indy being the initial nominations with Terrance as the target. Now, to make the other side feel comfortable, it is led to believe, or they are leading to believe, that the target is Monty, because obviously Taylor and Monty had beef way back in the game. So as a result, or actually no, let me rephrase that. Monty had one-sided beef with Taylor. I'm not going to throw Taylor under the bus there. There's a vibe in the house where people actually do think Taylor is targeting Monty, which works because then it kind of makes sure the other side doesn't go into panic mode too much on trying to win that POV. I think in my opinion, in any Big Brother situation, if you're on the block, you gun to win that veto no matter what. I'd be disappointed if I ever went in that house and I decided, hey, this isn't a good idea right now to win the veto. I'd be disappointed in myself. I would be very, very disappointed. So it doesn't matter whether you believe somebody else is the target or whatever, win that damn veto. But anyway, it's an interesting tactic for sure, and I think it could be beneficial to some extent. Like I say, it keeps the other punters calm and keeps them, collected and as much as one possibly can be in a situation in which you're on the block on Big Brother. It doesn't help mend a relationship between Monty and Taylor. Because I do believe, truly, once all that side's gone, or if that side goes, I do think as soon as Taylor gets HOH again, her legit target will be Monty. It won't be a mock or a fake target. It will genuinely be Monty. And I've grown to enjoy Monty more as the weeks went on. I couldn't stand him at first because, to me, he was just really, really boring and very submissive to a pack mentality, which I've never, ever liked in a person in real life as well. I frown upon those kind of people. But he is shown to be a bit more of a stand-up guy as time's gone on, and I've grown to like him a lot more. And that's the beauty of Big Brother, right? It's a roller coaster in which your opinions change of people as you go on. Sometimes it gets better, sometimes it gets worse, but overall, we expect the unexpected. Jasmine continues to rally to stay off the block. I'm pretty sure she said at one point about being a have-not or something like that. And you can tell she's going to use it in translation with both the have-not and being on the block. Don't do that to me on my birthday week is the kind of vibe to it. Hold up. Birthday week. Day week. Day week. One more time. Day week. It's a birthday, Jasmine. This might be blindside butterbeans to you, but it's a birthday. Not a birth week, a birthday. Stop being so entitled. Stop being so full of yourself. It's a birthday. Do you know, if someone said that to me in the house, it would give me all the more reason to want to put them on slopping on the block. To basically say, get a grip of yourself. We have a birthday, get over it. You've turned 1 year older. Big deal. Not a birth week. Everything's about you in the house anyway, Jasmine. You waddle around like you're in a Florida retirement home, but you can compete on a wall comp and you can run up and down the hill on OTEV. I don't buy that for a second. I do not buy that BS for a second. One more time and you'll say it with me. Birthday, not birth week. Okay, now for quite an uncomfortable topic. This is something that is very, very touchy. I will warn people. It's about abuse. It's about domestic abuse. Terrance, and I'll clear this up right away as well. I didn't actually see this on the feeds, but I've done enough research on Twitter to be comfortable enough to say I believe it happened, because the abundance of tweets that people were talking about saying that he did say this. I don't have a transcript. I have the general gist of what he said. I wanted to talk about it because I don't think something like this should go unturned and unspoken about. Apparently the feeds kept cutting in and out when he was talking about this kind of stuff, and you can understand why. But it sounds like Brittany got really upset and sad because, from what people are saying online, it sounds like Brittany was a survivor of domestic abuse. And Terrance was making comments, again, like, don't quote me, but it was something apparently along the lines of he's basically saying, you know, domestic violence victims or just, you know, that kind of like abusive situations, the victims who stay in these relationships are basically deserving of it, and it's like they bring it on themselves because they haven't left and all that kind of stuff. It was that kind of vibe. Now, like I say, I'm sure he didn't use those exact words because I didn't see the feeds, but there was enough tweets online of people talking about it, and I was incredibly, incredibly disgusted. I'm done with Terrance at this point. Abuse, whether it be physical, emotional, any financial, any kind of abuse, is not a joke. It's not a joke at all. So many people go through it, and people don't leave the person that's abusing them because they feel like it could be a situation in which A, they love that person, or a time ago they did. B, they've been led to believe that the situation that they are in is the normal now. It's the norm. Maybe you've been exposed to it for so long that you actually start to believe that the treatment that person is giving you is normal. And I'm sure there's C, D, E, F, G options as well. They're just a couple of things off the top of my head, and I am just disgusted in Terrance to say something like that. To turn around and make out as if it's the victim's fault. Victim shaming and victim blaming is just the absolute lowest of the low. I've lost respect for him. I mean, it all adds up, doesn't it? You know, all these horrible things. He just feels comfortable calling Taylor, you know, the B word, calling her a bitch, calling her a whore. He just says all these horrible things, and it's like the truth's coming out, isn't it? We're seeing Terrance's true colours, and that is disgusting. And I, do you know, when I saw that, I just wanted to give Brittany the biggest hug, because God, nobody deserves to deal with abuse on any kind of level, and it's so incredibly insensitive and invalidating for Terrance to have said something like that. I am absolutely disgusted in him. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Of course, that little bit at the end was a little bit of a down moment, but it was a moment I thought we had to talk about, because I don't like to leave any stone unturned, and it was a moment that shocked me when I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, wow. I was thinking I've got to talk about this on YouTube because people have got to know what he's been saying. So there you go. But on the other side of things, try and focus on the positive. Taylor is head of household. Let's celebrate. Let me know who you would like her to nominate in the comment section below. I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful weekend. As soon as I hit the end recording button on here, I am heading downstairs and I'm having a barbecue with my family. So I'm very, very excited for that. Let the good times roll. And also, it's my mum's birthday. So a shout out to my mum. She doesn't watch my videos because she doesn't watch Big Brother, but I'll do it anyway. Happy birthday, Mum! And I'm very, very I'm very excited moving into this weekend, because it really feels like with Big Brother the tables are turning and things are going good. Let's just hope it stays that way. But I hope everybody's staying safe, staying positive, staying healthy out there, and remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.